Hello and welcome back to Stephen Four Wheels. Today I'm out with the SL and I do need to talk and get your advice about the SL because I'm a little bit of a quandary about not as a futurist car, it's more what I want to do with this car. Now, I own an Alfa Romeo and I thought that car was going to cause me pain and trouble. However, it's actually this car seems to cause me the most amount of pain and trouble, but I still absolutely love it. I do love this car. So let's talk about how the problem started with this car, and we'll go into actually what the problem is. So I decided yesterday, it was a nice sunny dry day, to actually get both the cars out, this and my SLK, out and give them a bit of a run for the first time in actually quite a while. I admit that this car's been in the barn here. It's been started up, it's moved out a couple of times since about November. We hadn't actually been out for a proper drive. Now, we've had such bad weather, I don't like using this car in sultry, horrible, bad weather. Yesterday, the first time it actually warmed up about 8-9 degrees, and the roads are nice and dry, so I thought, let's get this out for a quick drive. Now, I decided to go out. I ended up to the next village along, and then I was going to turn around and come back down. And I was doing all right until I got to the housing estate, and then I pulled up at a junction, and the engine cut out. Now this isn't a new problem for the SL. You know that I reported this one amazing. I sent it over to the SL shop last time. So it's been to the SL shop twice. Once when I bought the car, and it was over there for about 4 or 5 months, having lots of work done. The second time I went over because it kept cutting out when you get to the junction. Now they sorted this problem out, and it came back about August time, and up to the November, I didn't have a single issue with this car. I absolutely couldn't fault the way it drove. It felt like it had more power, and the SL shop had clearly done some good stuff to this car. So it's now seemed to have this problem with cutting out again. I came back down, went to local Just State, just did some driving around there, just start driving. It didn't cut out again, but now I know it does cut out. Just in my mind, it was like, oh, okay. I also then pulled back on the drive, and you can see the oil pressure fluctuating a little bit as well, and you can see the revs fluctuating again. So I know what the issue was last time from the SL shop, how I saw this, so I'm going to be looking into that. So imagine that I'm a doctor, and imagine that I've got a patient that I'm trying to make better, and I'm trying to put bandage on them, when really what they need is heart surgery. Well, I'm starting to wonder if this is the case with the SL. Obviously, it's the third time that I've had issues. It's already gone to the SL shop twice now with running issues. And one of the things the SL shop did mention last time to me was that obviously they're very happy to keep doing little bits of work to the engine, but they are finding signs of wear to the engine, and they would recommend an engine rebuild at some point in the future. Now, some of you might be the cynical type out there, so of course they would because they want the extra money, but the fact that I'm having to keep doing stuff to the engine, keep getting little bits and pieces done, and obviously now it's started this issue again, second time it's had this issue now. I've also had a little bit of blue smoke coming out the exhaust, which often means that the car's burning oil. Now this is just when you start the car up, and it does seem to go once the engine's actually warmed up. So that might be something else that again I need to start looking. So I do feel like at the moment I'm putting bandages onto that patient, when actually what I really might need to do with this car, and I'm going to have to really think about it in the next couple of months, is actually starting to think about the engine rebuild, which obviously isn't just something I want to just stroll into. It is going to be quite an expensive thing to do. I'd imagine sort of £5,000-10,000. I'd imagine any sort of reputable sort of specialist. I am considering the SL shop purely because they have all the parts there. They have a lot of expert knowledge. Whenever I've taken my car there, it's been there twice now, they have absolutely fantastic knowledge. I don't know if you've ever been to the SL shop, but their facility is just absolutely fantastic. The staff are so knowledgeable about these cars. And I do believe that if you're going to have a car like this, you do need to know a specialist. Now, obviously, you don't have to use the SL shop. There'll be a specialist out there. But for me, it's only about an hour away from where I live. And I know that they've looked after this car before. So that's why I'm sort of thinking of possibly reaching out to them. But so I could just do little fixes. I could do the engine rebuild. There's also a third option. Now, the third option is the most sensible option. That is probably to sell the car, but I don't really want to do that. I'm a car enthusiast, so I don't think I'm done with this car yet. This is a dream car for me. I've always wanted one of these. It's absolutely, to have this is an absolute dream for me. I absolutely love it. When I was out taking the car out the other day, I still had people looking at me in this car. I was burbling through a little video, so they probably won't use that noisy what's it, ruining our Sunday morning, a peaceful Sunday morning. But you do get a lot of attention in this car. And also, I am a person who quite likes history. And I love the fact that I've got this car as a piece of history. It is obviously a significant piece of Mercedes history. I've spoken before about how much I love this car and how much I love this sort of series of SL. This car is also an investment. That's how I justify it to my partner anyway. I also would probably kick myself in about 10 years' time, because if you look at prices of Pagodas, the generation before this, if you look at price of 190s SLs, they're always shooting up. And everyone that I sort of speak to about values of these cars, I haven't really spoken that much about it on this channel, but I do occasionally watch videos online and speak to people, and everyone says how much these are still actually going up. So I really would love your opinion on what I should do with the SL, really. Do I keep doing the little bits to it, just keep doing little fixes as I go along, or is it worth me going and actually potentially rebuilding the engine? So what am I going to do with a problem called the SL? Please do let me know in the comments below. I'll also admit to you that I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning thinking about this car, thinking about what I'm going to do with it. So yes, I'm very much invested in this car, not only from a monetary point of view, but also emotionally, which is always the wrong thing to do with cars. I know, I'm criminal for it, but still. So my final thought is, why am I a car enthusiast? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I buy these things? Slowly regretting my life decisions, but there we go, that's my own doing, isn't it, really? So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments your suggestions. Goodbye from me, goodbye from the SL, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye.